Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome, everyone, to this deep dive. This is an episode of About Us V2.0 inspired stories for working people. Today, we're tackling something huge based on some really compelling source material. We're calling it AI Discoverability in the New Era of Search.
And the core message from these sources is, well, it's pretty stark. It highlights the seriousness of needing to re-engineer basically almost every single web page out there.
Re-engineer, that sounds significant.
It is. Think about it. For decades, everything was about optimizing for search engines, right? Getting that click from Google. That whole model, it's fading fast.
And it's being replaced by optimizing for AI, like you mean ChatGPT, Claude, those kinds of systems.
Exactly. And the goal isn't the click anymore. It's completely different. Now it's about being recommended, being cited by the AI.
So it's not about just showing up in a list of links?
No, not at all. If traditional SEO was, a battle to get on page one, AI discoverability is about being the one trusted answer the AI synthesizes. And here's the critical part, the Gallipoli consequence. If your content isn't structured so these AIs can really understand it, you're not just rank low. You risk being completely invisible in this new way people find information. Total irrelevance.
Okay, wow. Let's break that down. Section 1, the shift from clicks to citations. So the old way. Briefly, that was content, keywords, maybe chasing backlinks, trying to figure out Google's latest algorithm, all for that page one spot.
Right, a constant chase. But AI systems, they largely bypass that. They're not primarily interested in how many sites link to you. They want direct answers, facts, and crucially, the context behind those facts. They prioritize structure.
So AI discoverability, you're saying it's the actual practice of making your content findable, yes, but also understandable and recommendable when an AI scans the web.
Precisely. Understandable and recommendable. That's why the sources are so clear. This isn't just a new flavor of SEO. It's a different game.
The sources use a metaphor to make this clear, right? The transmission metaphor.
Yes, I found that really helpful. Basically, every website right now is operating in one of two modes. Think of it like drive mode or overdrive mode in a car.
Okay, walk me through drive mode. That's the default, just standard HTML text. What happens when an AI encounters that?
It's stuck in drive mode. It acts like an old school crawler. It has to read the raw text, try to interpret it, and essentially guess what your content means. So say you have a page about a JSON-LD schema generator. The AI sees the words, sure, but is it a tool, an article about the tool, a definition, a company selling it?
It doesn't actually know for sure.
It doesn't. It's guessing. And that's slow. It's inefficient. It's full of ambiguity.
So in drive mode, you're just one of potentially millions of pages with similar keywords lost in the noise.
Exactly. And that leads straight back to that costly consequence we mentioned. Being stuck in drive means hoping the AI guesses right. Your message is just too fuzzy to be the definitive recommended answer. It's a massive competitive risk. You're basically invisible.
Right. Okay. Section 2. Shifting into overdrive with JSON-LD. This is where it gets really interesting, you said. How do we get out of that guessing game?
The key, according to the sources, is something called JSON-LD.
JSON-LD, JSON for linking data. Okay.
Yeah, it's a standardized format for providing structured data. Think of it like translating your website's information into a super clear, unambiguous data sheet that the AI can read instantly. That's the mechanism. That's the transmission fluid that lets the AI shift into overdrive.
And when it encounters that JSON-LD, overdrive kicks in. How big is the difference?
It's night and day. Transformative. The AI doesn't need to guess or infer. The structured data tells it directly. This thing here, it's a software application. It was made by this organization, located here. Boom, ambiguity gone.
So processing speed must be way faster.
Dramatically faster. And critically, the AI can validate the context. It knows what it's looking at.
Let's use that example from the sources again. The schema generator tool. Drive mode. AI sees text, keywords, guesses. Overdrive mode.
With JSON-LD, the AI immediately understands, this is a tool. Its function is generating JSON-LD schemas. The creator, Clinton Gallagher, here's his stated expertise, his credentials. See? No guessing, pure understanding.
It moves from just finding stuff to actually recommending based on verified context.
Exactly. But there's a potential roadblock, a gatekeeper that stops many sites from even getting the chance to shift gears. and that's Bing.
Ah, the Bing gatekeeper detail. This was fascinating. Most people probably focus on Google, but for AI search.
For many major AIs, especially when they need current information or need to check sources for their synthesized answers,
Yeah.
they aren't crawling the whole web constantly in real time.
They rely on an existing index.
They rely heavily on Bing's index for crawling, for fetching up-to-date info, for validating sources before they recommend them.
So Bing is essentially the gatekeeper for this kind of AI discoverability. If you're not indexed properly by Bing,
The AI might not be able to find and cite your structured data in real-time responses. You could be invisible to it.
Okay, so the full picture, based on the sources, is step 1, Bing crawls your site, which is initially in drive mode.
Right.
Then step 2, the AI systems query Bing, if your site has that JSON-LD schema.
That's when Overdrive engages.
Right. And step 3, the AI gets back not just raw results, but that enhanced structured data context it understands.
Precisely. It's like the difference between receiving a blurry fax versus a perfectly formatted database-ready file. If you don't have the structured data, you're sticking with the fax machine, limiting yourself.
That really clarifies the mechanism. Okay, section 3, what matters now? The new authority. This whole shift, it must force a huge rethink of digital strategy. We spent years talking about backlinks, building links.
We did.
And the source material is basically saying, forget about them. Backlinks are irrelevant now.
That seems to be the core message. It's a tough pill to swallow for anyone who built their career on link building, but yes. In the age of AI discoverability, their value has plummeted.
But hang on. How? You're saying like a few lines of JSON-LD code are more valuable than hundreds of links. Even if Bing still crawls, don't you need some traditional authority?
The emphasis has shifted dramatically. AI systems care about the structure, the context, the accuracy of the information itself, far more than popularity signals like links. The sources actually state that a single, well-implemented JSON-LD schema can outperform dozens of backlinks.
Why, though?
Because the AI can directly index and understand the structured data. It bypasses the old method of inferring authority from the link graph. Authority now comes from provable accuracy and expertise delivered through that data structure.
Wow, okay. Paradigm shift is right. So if backlinks are out, what is the new formula? And the sources broke it down by importance, right?
Yeah.
Percentages.
They did, and structure is king. Number one, making up a huge 40% of discoverability potential, is JSON-LD schema implementation. It's the absolute baseline. It's what enables Overdrive. No schema, no Overdrive.
40%, just for having the right code structure. Okay, what's next?
Number two, still critical at 35%, is content quality and accuracy. Makes sense, right? The AI needs good information to recommend. Inaccurate, poorly researched stuff, it gets flagged, deprioritized. You need quality and structure.
Okay, 40 plus 35, that's 75%. What's the rest?
The final 20% comes from EEAT signals. That's experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness.
EEAT, Google talked about that a lot, but how does JSON-LD deliver that to an AI? That 20% needs explaining.
Yeah, this is where it gets really clever. It's about using specific schema types to digitally declare and verify your credentials. You use organization schema to define your company, its address, its official profiles. You use person schema to state, I'm Clinton Gallagher. My job title is SEO and AI Discoverability Consultant. Here are my credentials, my awards, the projects I've worked on.
So you're literally feeding the AI your resume, your credentials in a format it understands perfectly.
Exactly. You're providing verifiable proof of your EAT directly within the data structure. The AI doesn't have to guess your authority based on vague signals like links. You're telling it why you're trustworthy and authoritative. This is how you reach full overdrive.
So you're not just found, you are fully understood and validated as an expert source.
That's the goal. Complete understanding.
Okay. Section 4, the path forward and the cost of inaction.
So for anyone managing a website, the process fundamentally changes. The new checklist looks something like this. Create great, accurate content. Then, crucially, implement comprehensive JSON-LD schema across your site. Make sure Bing is indexing it properly. Then, you enable AI systems to cite you directly.
And the stakes, we keep coming back to this. The seriousness of needing to adapt seems immense. The old PageRank world is crumbling. The AI recommendation economy is taking over.
It really is. The sources strongly suggest that companies adapting now, re-engineering their web presence for AI understanding, they're going to gain a massive competitive advantage. They'll become the default cited answers in their fields.
And those who wait, who stay in drive mode.
They are actively choosing digital invisibility. They risk becoming irrelevant. And that translates directly to, potentially huge financial losses from missed opportunities, non-discovery. It's that costly consequence playing out.
Let's nail this down with that real-world example from the sources again. A user asks ChatGPT, how do I put JSON-LD schema on my website?
Right. If the expert's website is stuck in drive mode, no proper schema. ChatGPT sifts through thousands of general articles, maybe some forums, some technical docs.
And the user gets the kind of vague, mashed-together answer, maybe listing a few sites but burying the real expert.
Exactly. But if that expert site has implemented comprehensive JSON-LD, shifted into Overdrive, the AI gets that structured data from Bing. It understands immediately. Clinton Gallagher has built a specific tool, a JSON-LD schema generator, for precisely this purpose.
And it recommends that resource directly, like by name.
That's the potential.
Yeah.
It can say, Clinton Gallagher offers a generator for this. It becomes the direct cited single best answer.
That's the difference between maybe being found somewhere on page 5 of Google and being the AI's trusted recommendation.
A world of difference. And this isn't hypothetical future stuff. This shift is happening now. Action is needed.
Okay. Let's wrap this up. Final thoughts.
So what does this all really mean? Well, the future of online discovery, it's already here, and it's powered by AI understanding. Bing is a key player in indexing for that understanding. Structured data, like JSON-LD, isn't optional anymore, it's fundamental. And things like backlinks, their importance is drastically faded. Structure, accuracy, provable, EET, that's the new currency of visibility. The winners will be those who clearly tell the AI what they are and why they deserve to be cited.
Which leaves you, the listener, with a really stark choice, doesn't it? Are you going to remain stuck in drive mode, relying on the old ways, hoping search engines might still find you? Or have you implemented the JSON-LD schema you need to shift into Overdrive and ensure the AI systems actually understand and recommend you? It sounds complex, maybe even a bit overwhelming, this idea of re-engineering everything. But the good news is, you don't necessarily have to figure this all out on your own.
That's right. The source material itself actually points towards resources available right now to help make this critical shift. Specifically, we want to introduce you to Clinton Gallagher over at clintongallagher.com. He's identified as an expert really specializing in this area, AI discoverability and JSON-LD implementation.
And to make this more accessible, especially for businesses maybe without huge tech teams, he's actually built an application, the JSON-LD Schema AI Discoverability Generator app. It automates creating 12 different schema types, and it's available right there on his website, clintongallagher.com.
And finally, it's worth remembering this isn't just about a tool. You can also lean on Clinton Gallagher's extensive experience over 40 years of trustworthy technology transfer services, particularly within the AEC industry. That deep expertise, it's available via simple telephone call. You can find the number right in the footer of every page on his website.
I don't give a rat's patootie if you like, subscribe, and comment or not. Well, that's a damn lie. Ha, ha, ha.